relate to you, I can't if you's a fake nigga. With level 4 in the state, what your mistakes get you. Rap niggas, they just wanna double date with you. Twit pick and show these hoes that they affiliate with you. Labels you treating rappers like a slave, nigga. Starving artists, just be happy with your fame, nigga. Shit changed, now it's such a different game. All the niggas like myself is controlling everything. If you pay attention, see exactly what I mean. Fuck the middleman. I said that in 2003. Was 18, white Lincoln, chrome feet. Black 40 was my pillow every night I go to sleep. Grown niggas treat me like they OG. Holding on to every word that the tiny loaf speaks. I had a vision that nobody else could see. Sold my shit to D-Mac, a little less than 10 G's. Brought my grocery bag of cash straight to Black Sam. He matched the nigga. Next day we went to Sam Ash. He bought a Pro Tools and a microphone. Studio was far from plush, but them lights was on. Couple $100,000 stashed at my mama's home. Real estate in Atlanta, but ain't nobody know. Mac 11's in the safe, hidden in the flow. My bro did it like nobody that I've ever known. Screens on every wall with 16 camera angles. Double pane, bulletproof glass, pushing past the haters. Cuban links and Rolexes, photo check from Epic. This industry ain't gotta like us, but they gon' respect it. Built the label up from money we was saving up. No details to the statute of limitations up. Couple niggas got flipped trying to play with us. The demonstrations speak loud, so I ain't saying much. Was a charismatic nigga, I don't play as much. Cause life is real when you live it in a place like us. School pictures cracking smiles, now my face is stuck. Shell shocked to see how much they really hated us. Couldn't keep a kind heart, get your hatred up. Street smarts, nigga, get your information up. Watching belly smoking blunts take Jamaican puffs. One day I'ma have a house and car like Jamaican cuz. Credits roll back to stress pound breaking up. Had to fight before we hustle, and it made us tough. Early 90s neighbors rooster used to wake us up. Mama had a bucket and a shack, but we ain't make a fuss. Blue Cutlass, no license, 380 tucks. 96 Caprice, both the fast was saving up. They getting packed out if niggas try to fade with us. Crenshaw and Slauson, true stories, so play the drums.
So thank you guys for tuning in to my video. So first things first, before I get into the tarot card reading, in Haitian Voodoo, we do not pull on a particular person's soul when they have just died, because they don't have time to cross over. Now I'm going to tell you something very peculiar about Nipsey. Any reader that has read about his death knows that you do not have to pull on his energy. He came to me, which is crazy, because I'm a Nipsey fan, but I wasn't like one of those diehard fans like a lot of people are. I was a fan of his intelligence and a little of his music. I never listened to a lot or was like a diehard fan, and so it was crazy that he came to me and presented himself, but he told me that I was the person that was going to give the best reading he felt that was going to be the truth, because I was honest and I wasn't scared to go certain places. Now, I will issue my disclaimer. This is for entertainment purposes only. This is only a metaphysical science of what is my recollection of what happens. But as I was saying, he came and pulled on me, on my heart, my soul. He came to me and he said, listen, this is what I want you to do. I want you to put the truth out there. because nobody is telling the truth. Everybody is kind of putting their own spin on it. There was speculations that there was another woman. However, but it was not a unknown woman. It was a woman that was very known, which is the other children's mother, who had a very bad issue with worrying about whether he would leave Lauren or not. That was her biggest problem, and because he had been fighting with this and going back and forth, you know, he decided that he was going to stay with Lauren. Now, the thing about it is with Nipsey and Tanisha and Lauren is that he would never go and intentionally, sleep with her. It would always be something of high emotion. And as I'm speaking about this, I'm allowing him to speak through me. So he's gonna tell you his story himself by using me. Okay. So, all right. The day that he was killed. The day that he was killed was he felt something was wrong. He caught himself and he knew something was gonna go wrong that day. But he just didn't know the magnitude of what it was. And his biggest regret is that he did not listen to Lauren when she asked him to just chill this particular day. Because she did not feel well. And I don't know if you guys know that or if you guys have heard that, but she was sick at the current time. So she asked him to stay. Okay? And he said no. He had to go handle some business. And so that was his warning. And his voice and his spirit told him not to go. But he went. Because, he had business to take care of. And everybody knows business with him is the most important thing. So we go on to the shooting. Actually, he's not ready for me to speak on the shooting. We're going to speak about the case. So as far as the case, Eric Holder will be prosecuted, okay? But he will die in the next year. He will be murdered in the prison system. If not by one of the inmates, he will be murdered by one of the guards. Because Nipsey was a man that had connections in very different places, and a lot of people are feeling hurt behind us. And there is a person right now that is planning how they will kill Eric Holder. As for the person that sent Eric Holder, he will die in 3 years, okay? He will die in 3 years. He showed up in my reading a lot when I was doing my research and getting ready to do this. I was very nervous about doing it because I don't like to touch on death, as people know. But the man that ordered for Nipsey to be killed will die in 3 years. He will have to face Nipsey again. I won't reveal his name, but I will say that he was very close to Nipsey at one point in time, but they fell out over bad business, and he has a connection through the baby mother. Okay. So anyway, like I said, he'll pass in 3 years, and he will face Nipsey on that side, because by then Nipsey will be lifted up as a ancestor in that realm. He will be considered one of a higher ancestors who people will have to come before for, them to basically say whether they did a good job or whether they didn't. I do believe in different realms, but I definitely am not a fan of the story of heaven and hell. But basically, hell is us being reincarnated, coming back here instead of going to our next realm as we are supposed to. And being in that waiting period is the actual hellacious part of it. But that's neither here nor there. We're not here to discuss religion. So, Nipsey died because of this love triangle, okay? This was all over this love triangle. And a lot of deception and lies were told. And the person that ordered to have Nipsey killed did not give the story time to unfold. He just took the young lady's word for it. And she did not reveal the truth. And not only did he just take the young lady's word for it, but the young lady, not the young lady, but the man that issued this hit already had prior issues with Nipsey before. That Nipsey thought was done. He thought that they squashed it. He thought it was over. When he revealed to me who the person was, he was very emotional. And he's crying. He's upset about it. Because he didn't understand why would they take him away from his family. It wasn't about the actual murder or not being on earth himself anymore. It was, why would you take me away from my family when that is the most important thing to me? It has been speculations by other psychic readers that Nipsey died because he had another woman who was pregnant. There is a pregnancy, but it's not with another woman. Okay? It's not with another woman. Now, I don't see that pregnancy being carried out to the end. Just because of the hurt and pain that Lauren is actually going through. She's so stressed out, and people are trying to, keep her calm, but I don't see the pregnancy being fulfilled. I see a little bit of more loss and sadness, but we're going to find out. But Nipsey doesn't see how it's possible. So, with that being said, that's just a little bit of insight that he's given me. The woman will be brought to the public, as well as the man. It will be revealed in 2 months who these people are. I already know who they are, but I'm enjoying watching everything unfold, because if you pay attention to everything, the people that are most defensive or coming to the defense for the allegations that are made were the main people involved. They were the main people involved. Yes, Cowboy played a part because he knew. Okay? He knew. Because he knew where the hit came from. He heard about it. He heard about it. So, there will be a person who will come forward. And they will come clean and tell the truth and reveal all the players involved. They're currently, right now, just trying to clear their mind and plan accordingly on how to execute this without themselves or their family or anyone else being hurt. But they will listen to their inner feelings, and they will successfully bring out the true motive and killer of Nipsey. Because yes, Eric Holder pulled the trigger, but he was just a pawn in the actual game. Which he will pay the price with his life for that. The person that is going to reveal this does have a mutual respect and admiration for Nipsey. And they don't feel like he deserved to die. They feel like it could have been talked out or resolved. But, of course, it wasn't. we will know who's responsible for this killing. However, there's no physical proof to connect the person who gave the hit out. So the police will not be able to bring him to human justice. But as I stated, in 3 years he will die and he will face spiritual justice. Nipsey says he has forgiven this man. He says he's forgiven Eric as well. He calls him by his street name, but I won't because it's stupid. He says he forgives them. So if y'all are watching my video, y'all are forgiven. And excuse me if I jumble over my words, because I am listening and talking with him as well as speaking to you guys, because he has pushed me to do this. From dreams to him visiting me in the most random times, he calls this my little project. So anyway, thoughts of Nipsey and dreams of Nipsey actually haunt this man right now. And it will happen until his demise, which will be in a 3-year span. You will hear about this man passing in 3 years. So I'm going to let you guys see what the actual motive was behind this death. Ana respect a ti on the bar. Ana respect Mama Danto. Ana respect to the Gigi Mama Brigitte Brown Sunday. Spirit revealed to me the motive behind Hermes' passing. We have the Temperance card, okay? We have 5 of Wands. We have 8 of Wands. We have 4 of Cups. And we have the Empress. Okay? So, I'm going to explain to you guys these cards. And I know you see me a little writing on the cards, but that's how I remember when I'm reading. Because I have so much on my mind that most of the time I really don't remember what a lot of my cards mean. And, I probably will later on, but I doubt it, because I deal with a lot of different spirits. I deal with a lot of different spirits. So, with that being said, I'm just going to bring this to you guys' attention. There is a woman's energy here, okay? Because the Empress is there, okay? So there's a woman energy there. So we know that this was over a woman, okay? And if you can see my candle in the view, my candle is jumping, because this was about a woman. This was a woman's energy. This killing motive was all over a woman, because we also have the Temperance card in the beginning as well, okay? So basically, my cards are saying that Nipsey was killed over a person feeling like they were bringing peace to their personal life, because him being around caused a lot of conflict for them. It was a very quick decision. They did not think about it, and they lacked emotion. That's what I'm getting from this. And it had to do with a woman. Now, the Empress also represents fertility. As I said, there is a baby here somewhere. I want to say that it is with this other woman. I do. But I think it's with Lauren. I honestly do. But there is a pregnancy here. There's a pregnancy here. And he was killed over love, jealousy, love. Okay? So, with that being said, you guys can see for yourself that he was killed over love. I do not think that the other woman is pregnant. I think that it's Lauren that is pregnant. Okay? I don't think that it's another woman that's pregnant. So, the claims of the other woman, and Nipsey says that it is not another woman that is pregnant. Now, there is another woman that will come forward. Okay? She will make claims of her and Nipsey's relationship, but that will in turn end in a dead end. That will end in a dead end. So, young lady, if you are out there and you're listening and you are ready to tell your story, it will go nowhere. Simply because you were really no one to him. And these are his words, okay? You were nobody to him. You were treated with respect, as he says, because he treats everyone with respect, and you were treated with respect. However, he does not want you to feel that you have any place with him, because he says you don't. Okay? And though that was a message from him, because he says you've been contemplating on telling you guys' story. Okay? So, back to the issue at hand. As I stated, this death had to do with a lot of jealousy and a person being more worried about their finances and getting a part of his empire. So, the cards that I laid out are what I see as the cause of death. However, at the end of my deck here is the Magician. So, as I stated, there is a very powerful man that ordered this hit. And you know who you are. And I know who you are, sir. Because Nipsey told me. And you're Sagittarius. And you came out a lot in my reading. And so I did my research on you. And no, the police will never find any evidence to directly put you in prison, but you will die in 3 years. You will. And I hate that for you, because you took someone's life for something stupid, for something that a woman made a claim about to not even be true. And I'm going to just go ahead and say that the woman is the baby mother. And that will be revealed as well. That is why Samantha, the sister, is going for getting custody of Imani, because the streets have been talking. Not only that, but Lauren and Samuel, Black Sam, and Angel, Mama Hussle, have all went to spiritual advisors. And they know who did what. That's why she was not allowed to attend the funeral. Not even for her child's sake, because this was not about her child. As far as the outcome of her and Samantha's case, Samantha will get the custody that she seeks. She will get the custody that she seeks. She will go into the courtroom with her ducks in a row. And it will be a fairly quick decision because of the things that are going on in the background. Tanisha did not play a big role in his death, but she played a part. And guilt is why she is showing love right now. And those are Nipsey's words. Guilt. He does feel sorry for her, though. He says that her surroundings are not great and that she should be careful. As far as Lauren goes, he says that she's trying to do things the way that he would approve to honor him, and that she is still having a very hard time coming to the grips of reality of him actually being gone. She feels like life has been unfair to her, and she wants a chance to redo that day, because she feels that spiritually she did not protect him the way that he should have been protected spiritually. And she loves him a lot. And when she is alone, she is going through phases of just wanting to end it all to be with him. She loves her children. She loves her family, but she has a missing part of her. And she is trying to remain balanced, but it is really fucking hard. And that's what her soul has, said to me as well. Nipsey also let me know that as far as the video of him hugging Eric Holder, he said that was Eric Holder. And he says he gave enough love in the world that he felt that he would only get love back. He understood that he had enemies, but he let his guard down because he knew the life that he had been leading in the past years, and he felt he lived right and did right, so nothing would come back to him, because he felt that he had already paid the prices in the Quranic terms of anything happening to him. Okay. Spirit revealed to me will Tanisha be brought to justice for Nipsey's death. I never asked this question. I got a lot of my stuff wrote down, but I never asked this particular question. She will be brought to justice. She will. She will be brought to justice. And an answer. She will be brought to justice for her part that she played. Okay. I got the Judgment card, the Magician, Knight of Wands, Page of Pentacles, and the Nine of Wands. She will be brought to justice for her part that she played in his murder. Because she did play a part. What does the future hold? Spirit, what does the future hold for Nipsey's Marathon store? Because we see right now, it's closed, but it's a good business deal. So what does, see strength, see the Nine of Pentacles, Seven of Cups, Ace of Cups, Page of Cups, Two of Swords. So, for the family, for Sammy, as Nipsey calls him, Black Sam to us. Trust your intuition, Sam. And keep the promise that you gave Nipsey, okay? Make realistic decisions when it comes to that store. Do not get distracted by smoke and mirrors or anybody that comes forth with a business deal, because all of it will be bad right now. Because everybody wants a part of Nipsey's legacy because he built a lot. The fruits of you guys' labor will pay off. This business will be successful. I seen the closing of it initially when I read the cards, but that's the closing that they are experiencing right now, and it's because Sam does not know who to trust. He does not know who to believe in. He does not know who or what is doing anything in vain towards his brother. And so until he figures that out, he's going to make a lot of business decisions that is best and smart for him. So with this video and these things being said, I want you to watch these things unfold. These people, the man who issued the hit is in the public eye. He is known, not a celebrity, but known. He will die in 3 years. Eric Holder in 1. Samantha will win the custody case. Eric Holder will be prosecuted to the fullest. He will get jail time, but he'll die in prison. Okay? As far as Nipsey, all other readers or tarot card readers, if he wants you to read on him, he will come to you. You know, he took me inside of his actual funeral. And we sat, and we watched, and we talked. Also, his killer was not at his funeral. They were not there. The killer was out of town the day that he was killed. And the killer is planning to relocate as we speak. And when I say the killer, meaning the person who hired the hit. He's planning to move, get out of the area. He says it's because you can't be in that area and Nipsey's death is what taught him that, but really, he knows that when it all come down to it, when people find out that he's responsible, he could be facing his own death. Because even though he is very powerful, there is one young man that is waiting to get the word. Now, the man will actually die from natural causes in 3 years. He won't die from somebody killing him, because even though the speculation of that of which he was the one who put the hit on Nipsey, there will be no proof, so nobody will act upon it. But he will die from natural causes. My spirit is telling me a heart attack is what he'll die from, or a stroke. 3 years. So thank you guys for tuning into my reading. I know it was short and small, but this is like my first time and I was really nervous, and I was definitely scared about doing this particular reading because there are so many dangerous entities connected to this. But he would not leave me alone unless I did this. Also, count down 2 months from the date that he was killed, which was March 31st. More details, a major fact will come out. Okay? So, we will see. We shall see. You shall see. Thank you guys for tuning into my video. Have a wonderful day.